Good morning, baby dolls. Y'all looky yonder at that sky. I've got the Ninja Warrior kittens inside. Looks to me like we're going to have a little bit of weather here in north central Arkansas today, maybe. Of course, there's always some kind of weather, ain't there? You know one thing about the weather? Don't worry about it. It's going to do what it's going to do, and there ain't nothing you can do to change it, so you might as well just go with the flow of it. Babies, this video has no particular direction or destination because there's nothing new in the case of missing Summer Moon Utah Wells. Nothing new. Not a thing has changed. But I made the baby a promise. Made myself a promise, made y'all a promise. So we're going to just walk around and take a gander at summer's morning glories. Look at that little old bitty grasshopper in there. Little old teeny grasshopper. Little baby one. Ain't that something? Oh, grasshopper. Most y'all probably too young to even know what that reference is. It's from a TV show that with an actor named David Carradine. It was called Kung Fu. And his master, I can't remember what you call him, but the feller that taught him Kung Fu would always tell him, when you can take this rock from my hand, grasshopper. I just love the way they look like they have a little LED light inside. And it's weird because with the naked eye, it doesn't look that way. It's only on camera that it does that. So what can we say about Summerwells today when there's nothing new to say? Well, I'll remind y'all, or anybody that's not aware of the case that might see this, of what we have been told by Leslie Earhart, Public Information Officer of Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and other law enforcement officials. Reportedly, Summer Moon Utah Wells, at the age of 5, disappeared from her home at 110 Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community near Rogersville, Tennessee. June 15th, 2021. She has blonde hair and blue eyes. It's been reported that at the time of her disappearance, she was 3 feet tall and weighed 40 pounds. Now, she's 6 years old now. Her birthday was February the 4th, 2022. She turned 6. We're told by law enforcement there were no signs of abduction. Her parents, Donald Wells and Candace Bly, have invested a great deal of time in attempting to convince the public that she was abducted. Maybe they know something we don't know. Like, maybe they had her abducted. Planned abduction. I mean, You know, Leslie Earhart says that the baby disappeared sometime in the early afternoon hours. I've already told y'all my research on that. People that have been listening to me for a little while know that part of my career past is a news director for television, 6 and 10 o'clock news anchor, investigative reporter as well. And them same people that have watched me, any regular at all, know that well, if you even watch television news at 6 and 10 o'clock or whatever time it comes on where you live, there's a weatherman there, and they call him a meteorologist. And people like me and the feller that reported the weather on the television station I was on, we go by a certain standard when it comes to measurements of time. And for a news person and a meteorologist, and I would like to think for law enforcement, when Leslie Earhart said that Summer went missing in the early afternoon hours, if she was being picky and choosy with her words like she had ought to have been doing, that would mean between 1 and 3 p.m. I'd also like to remind my viewers that according to the official information released by Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, the milk jug video is not the last known footage of Summer Moon Utah Wells. I'd like to remind my viewers that according to law enforcement, the last known video of Summer Moon Utah Wells was the footage taken at Warrior's Path. A TikTok video where Summer Moon Utah Wells is swimming or, playing in the water. Michelle on Michelle After Dark was able to obtain and substantiate the metadata from that TikTok video. "12:30 p.m. Give or take a minute. I don't have my notes out here. Right before early afternoon. Like a half an hour to an hour before early afternoon. I like to show y'all these wild Asian violets here because, and we've looked at them before. This is the plant that many have referred to as the weed that is growing in the planters outside Candace Harrer's camper. You know, the planters where allegedly flowers and cacti were being planted by Summerwells, her mother Candace Bly, and her grandmother Candace Harrer. Well, y'all can call it a weed if you want to. In Arkansas, it's considered a naturally occurring wildflower. And I find them to be quite lovely. And I know I say it's neither here nor there a lot. Well, because a lot of what I say is neither here nor there in regards to Summer's disappearance. But there are little elements within that I like to touch on, and this is one of them. I'm not standing in defense of Candace Harrer, I'm just telling you. A lot of us dig up this kind of thing out in the woods, bring it home, and put it in a pot. Surprise, surprise. Hey, got one jalapeno. Got the tomatoes and the jalapeno in my pocket. Got more jalapenos coming. I've been giving away more than I've been keeping, because my little neighbor Timmy, he eats them. He'll come over here and eat them right off the. He'll come over here and eat them right off of the doggone bush if I let him. And I would let him. I love Timmy. He's a good boy. He's in his 30s, but he's a boy, if you know what I mean. Hydrangeas have taken on that. I love this green color they take on this time of year. So, anybody that doesn't know, Summer's head had been shaved, her hair had been shaved off shortly before she disappeared. Don't know why. Some people say that it was, they had lice. But there's no proof or evidence of that. But when I do my research on familial child sex trafficking, a shaved head can be indicative of something. If you've got a child for sale, if you got somebody that wants a girl's body but looks like a boy, I know, I'm not saying much, and I sure ain't saying anything you ain't heard before, am I? Well, I already told you. As if you didn't already know. There's nothing new in the case of the disappearance of Summer Moon Utah Wells. So, y'all, I almost lost my mother's Christmas cactus here. But I think it's going to come back. I allowed myself to neglect its care while being focused on research regarding the missing. I'm not going to do that again. Maybe that's what that armadillo was telling me this morning. Y'all know I got armadillo medicine as well in my totem. I talked to you about my totem. I've only told you 3 of the animals. I've got 7, and I'm not going to tell you it's all 7 because people who are knowledgeable in Native American medicine would then know too much about me. You know, which buttons can be pushed. And I'm trying to avoid that. English time. Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the bonny heather. Where ye go, lassie, go, and we'll all go together to pick wild mountain thyme all around the bonny heather. Where ye go, lassie, go. If my own true love should leave me, I would surely find another where the wild mountain thyme grows around the bonny heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? There are a lot more verses to that. Wild mountain thyme. Darlings, I've nothing else to say except if you know anything at all that is credible about the disappearance or the whereabouts of Summer Moon Utah Wells, 6 years old, blonde hair, blue eyes, no known scars or birthmarks. Last seen, reportedly, in the early afternoon hours at 110 Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek community near Rogersville, Tennessee. As far as we know, well, we don't know anything, but we're told that she was probably wearing gray pants, pink shirt, and was likely barefoot. So if you know anything about that, or if you're the son of a bitch that has her, or the son of a bitch that took her, or the son of a bitch that knows what happened to her, why don't you step up and do what's right and call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Put your heart and your mind at rest as far as that part of it is concerned. And then give your heart to God. Because if you had anything at all to do with this baby being gone, I do not ask for God to have mercy on you. I ask that God give you the full consequences of your actions. Justice is mine, saith the Lord. Amen.